Gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to explore the reality of how you can actually attract a high value woman into your life by not only doing what 9 out of 10 guys seem to be doing in 2025, which I believe is completely incorrect. You know, they flex on social media, they hit the dating apps, they dangle the shiny object in front of the proverbial magpie, which quite frankly might be the woman in this case, so you can attract her on the front end through material, through the lifestyle, through essentially flexing on the external components of what your life may or may not look like. And then once they're into the flywheel, we'll call it, of the dating situation, they might soon realize that who they signed up with is not actually the man in which you proclaim you would be. So I want to change this for you guys. I want to teach you how to become the man. Therefore, internally and externally, you can attract those top 10 baddies, those absolute rockets, those 10 out of 10 chicks that you truly are capable of intercepting in your life. So we'll dive straight into this, right? So first and foremost, lads, we need to shift your focus from how do I do it? How do I attract the woman? How do I get the girl? How do I do this? How do I do that? And shift it to who? You essentially need to become a man in which you admire, someone in which you would respect. You have to have the lifestyle, you have to have the physique, you have to have the personal development, you have to have the core components of someone worth respecting. Because what if the actual key to attracting high value women isn't about the tactics you use, the DM strategy, the dating philosophies in which you've picked up from, you know, the Riz Master on YouTube, XYZ, all this random stuff. It's not about how many messages you send on Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, and hopefully you end up shooting one fish in a barrel and lock yourself in with a date or something. But it's never about that, guys. It's never about that, because see, when you actually become the guy in which you now need to be through having the personal development, like, think about this, the level of success that you want in your life is up here. Your current skill set, personal development, is down here. What you have to do, you have to elevate skill set, personal development, and then you can move towards whatever goal you want on a horizontal line, because you therefore have stacked enough internal value within yourself through the self-work, installing the self-worth. So understand that. Because me, personally, I didn't used to have the physique. I didn't used to stay in £40,000 per month villas. I didn't travel to Singapore, Dubai, Bali, staying in beautiful villas, creating content with the love of my life, travel, all this kind of stuff. I didn't have that, right? Because I wasn't the guy. But now that I became the guy, I can have all this. So you essentially need to be it to have it rather than have it to be it. And a lot of guys flex on social media with their their Gucci bum bag, in which they've bought from Marbella on the strip, from a carpet, from a guy that came over from a banana boat from Somalia or something. And just because they have these external material possessions, they can flex on the front end. And again, as I said earlier, have that magpie effect, which might attract a few girls. It's like, he must have status, he must have money, therefore he must have value. But the closer they get to know you after the first 1, 2, 3, 4 dates, they will soon get to realize that you are unpersonally developed. You lack character, you lack confidence, you've got low self-esteem, and you only validate yourself based upon what other people think, rather than leading your own life with authenticity. So we want to change that. And the $1 million question here is, lads, why do so many men struggle attracting high value women? Well, the answer is they've not actually done anything to deserve a high value woman, because a matter of fact is, they are not a high value man. And as you can see from the photos below, this is the current lifestyle I'm living. If I post this on social media, I will be perceived as high value because I've got the physique, I've got the aesthetics, I've got the location and time freedom, and I'm obviously showing up and I can articulate, enunciate, and provide value to a marketplace. Therefore, I am deemed as high value because I give value every day. Therefore, I can attract high value women, and I find this happen day to day. I've got a partner, I've got a fiance who I've been engaged to for a couple of years now, love her to bits. But I even find, just because I've became this guy, the day to day, I will have people approach me, women in the gym, asking for help, advice, ask me to help them put their weights away. Like, wee things like this, which in the past when I was a curly-headed fuck with a skinny fat physique and no confidence, they would have shied away from me. But it's about the aura you're showing up with and the person you are becoming. Because if they look at you, they will understand your habits, your confidence, your identity, essentially. They will identify you as high value based upon how you operate, right? And this is where a lot of guys go wrong, because they always position themselves as more than they actually are without having done actually anything to deserve the title, the label in which they want to be perceived to have. And it's fucking disgusting. It is actually one of the most horrible things in the world, because what you're doing is you're leading that girl to believe that you are more than you currently are. And it's just a lie you're not only telling yourself, but you're telling her. So, the traditional approach, right, is guys will focus on techniques, superficial traits, and fake flexing. Do you think this client of mine, down the bottom right, on the left-hand side here, would have had a high success rate with dating? The answer would be no, straight off the bat. Do you think the guy on the right, who has jacked shoulders, a fresh jawline, trimmed beard, a six-pack, and coming in at 180 pounds, lean and jacked, would have a higher success rate? Yes, because he's done the work in his mindset, he's done the work in his skill set, he's personally developed himself to become a man which he actually admires. Therefore, he has value to exchange and will attract a woman on the same level, if not shy off from his current standard. Because on the left-hand side, he would only attract 3 to 4 out of 10s. Whereas on the right-hand side, he could get anywhere from 8+. Therefore, he can actually gain the respect from those who he wants to be around, the circle, the women, the people, through developing himself. And it's not only just the physique transformation that gets that. People look at someone, their health, their mindset, the way they articulate, the way they show up, and they know straight away if this guy is serious or not. People know your habits. People want to be around you when you're showing up with incredible energy, with a flow, a connection, a drive that inspires them. Women want to be with leaders. Women want to be with those who actually look after themselves, especially high-value women. Otherwise, you will attract the exact reflection of who you currently are. Therefore, if you're a fat, out-of-shape, soggy human being, therefore, you will attract a fat, out-of-shape, soggy missus. Straight up. So with that being said, the shift in perspective, this was me, guys, 4 years ago. Curly-headed fuck, taking drugs every single day, tired, fatigued, making no money, looking to hit up chicks and stuff, and I was getting into my relationship and find myself in a place and space in my mind mentally where I didn't have the confidence, I didn't have the riz, I didn't have anything in which I currently have now. And to, call a spade, you can see me on the right-hand side. I've got the jacked, veiny legs, ripped six-pack, confident, shaved head, clean-cut fellow that obviously carries himself with more confidence, carries himself with more rigor, carries himself with an element of value without having to flex, without having to show off. I wear very standard clothes. I do not flex anything. I don't have the fancy watches, the chains, the Louis V's, the Gucci's, but I can walk into any room with a Primark black fitted t-shirt because I've got the physique, a nice pair of fitted trousers, whatever they may be, and I could wear a pair of Jesus sandals. And I would therefore be deemed as more valuable on the front end, on a more intrinsic level. This is the thing. Guys show up with the Gucci t-shirt on, fat as fuck, with a Louis V bag, and it's like putting a Ferrari badge on a Fiat Punto. It just doesn't look right. Whereas you see someone who definitely is well developed physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, has a 360 transformation under their belt, and is operating at the highest of standards across the board day in, day out, and is of value to the dating market, they will be deemed more respected, more material, right? More materially advanced, even though there's no material on me, rather than just my external material, which is my physique. And you will have more credit, more respect, more status in any room just because people will see you as how you see yourself, rather than trying to put a plaster on a bullet wound, which will never work. So the importance of actually becoming the man, guys. Self-importance, right? Self-improvement, I should say, actually. It will build confidence, skills, and emotional intelligence. If you are emotionally intelligent, you have to think, right, women across the board, they are emotional creatures. They're little butterflies, little beautiful butterflies. And as an emotionally intelligent man, you know how to manage those women with the right control, the right compassion, and the right connection. Whereas if you are an emotionally volatile, unresponsible, no habits having, titty having, 10-inch arm, fat little dweeb that has to rely on his mum to get him out of bed in the morning, that has no habits, no personal development, then you will always meet your maker with a woman, because you will maybe meet someone who is on the exact same level as you, and they will expose how poor you are at managing yourself through their own habits, and you'll get frustrated at them, they'll get frustrated at you, and before you know it, you'll find yourself broken up and piling on more breakup weight because I lost my girlfriend, because you're a little dweeb who didn't build themselves before entering the relationship. Then there's authenticity. High value women seek genuine connections. I can sit confidently and comfortable and speak to any woman now. I just can, because I don't have anything to take. I don't have anything to, prove. I just have I've proven it all to myself. I'm authentic. I can just be 110% me. I can crack my stupid jokes. I can speak as much as I want, or cannot speak at all. I just feel calm and confident. No more, no less, because guys, I value myself through and through. I judge and base all of my self-validation upon my principles, my growth habits, my mindset, my physique, and how I work on me. Rather than looking for external gratification from other people, especially women for that matter, I would never stoop to being the clown just to get a couple of laughs for some attention. It's a ridiculous way to play it. So when you become the best version of you, you're essentially becoming the most authentic version of you. And then vision. Once you actually have developed a life's mission and purpose and vision around what it is you truly want to achieve in life, this will inspire so many people, not just your friends, your family, your brothers, but the women that you want to attract in your life. Women want to see someone that is deeply inspired, that is focused, that is locked in. You see a lot of women that will test their partner, right? They'll be like, do you want the donut? Let's get cookies. Let's go out for some wine. Let's go for a dinner. Just come on, you're trying too hard. They're testing you, bro, to see if you're going to break. They're testing you. Anytime a missus is like, oh, let's have this, let's do this. No, because your weakness is their way out. Women want a strong, confident man that is deep in his purpose and does not break, does not shake, does not miss for any reason whatsoever. And the deeper you can create that value within yourself through having a purpose and passion and mission that inspires not only yourself but others, the more aligned she will become with that message and mission, and she will therefore attract further into your sphere of intelligence, which will raise both of you to a higher frequency and vibration, allowing you to live a better quality of life together. Rather than having someone pull one direction and then you follow suit and completely fall off your mission and purpose, fall into a dark trap of guilt and shame, and completely write the whole mission off just because you cared so much about what she thought. That should literally just disregard your own self-improvement and authenticity. So you've got to remember this. So the qualities of a high-value man. You've got to have confidence, integrity, ambition, emotional stability, and strong communication skills. You've got to be able to speak correct, boys. Not only how you communicate to others, but how you communicate to yourself. Do you hold yourself to a standard? Do you speak to yourself kindly? Do you speak to yourself like someone of value? Because if you don't value yourself, you can't value anything else. You become a pessimistic, dark-minded human being, which leads to poor emotional stability, a lack of ambition, you breaking trust and integrity with yourself, and then eroding and destroying your confidence. So you've got to think inside out and back to front. What would have to be true in my heart and my head for me to be the very best version of me? Well, I would show up religiously every single day in my growth habits, which would build the confidence. I would not break in my diet, my training, my business, because that's going to develop that integrity. I would have enough ambition to take fast action every single day and be clear on my mission and purpose, which would regulate my emotional stability because I'm becoming someone who has the identity of emotional stability. Therefore, that will only advance your communication skills. The more confident, the more ambitious, the more stable you are mentally and physically. So it all goes round in a circle. So you have to really deep this and be clear. Do you have all 5 of them? If the answer is no, you've got work to do, brother. So the benefits of becoming a man, or the benefits of becoming the man, personal growth, right? Personal growth is absolutely key in any element of your life. If you can improve your self-esteem and your overall happiness, you will have charisma. A lot of people think charisma is a fake thing. It's not. Charisma is just happiness and energy and being engaged and wanting to help and being focused and caring more about service rather than gain. And when you're in it to win it, you've got to be in it to serve. And when you show up to any relationship, any situation where there's maybe a sexual partner involved, someone you're courting or dating, if you want to be old-fashioned with it, then if you are full of energy, you want to connect, you're almost quite mysterious because you care more about them, you could literally sit down and just ask them questions all night and they'll walk away from that thinking, fuck, that was the best date of my life, the best conversation. Why was it though? Because you only cared about them. You only cared about the questions you were asking them because you don't need anything. You don't want anything. You're just the man. You're just the guy. You're slick. You're cool. You don't need her validation. You don't need to tell her about all the long tales and stories about how you done X, Y, Z and achieved ABC. They don't give a fuck. They care about them. The same way as you, if you care truly deeply about yourself and need no other person to tell you, well done, son, then you're winning. And that's going to allow you to attract the right partner because quality over quantity always works in relationships. I will not waste time on dating apps, chasing girls when I've got a mission, a purpose, and I'm authentic to myself. There's no need for that. It's just wasted energy. Like, it's just like having a wank. You know, you always pursue the chase and have some buzz and excitement sitting there on your wee hinge saying you're this, that, and the other, the next best thing. Then it happens. You have your pasta and your red wine, you maybe have a quick 8-second bang, and then it's over from there because she's like, fuck meeting that guy again. He was a fat piece of shit. He farted in bed and it was disgusting, felt minging being around him. And then you wake up and you go home and then you rinse and repeat again because you don't go back to your growth habits. I would rather not have sex for a whole year and go all in my body, my business, my emotional regulation and my habits, rather than have sex. Because if I'd done the prior to the latter, I would become a more valuable human being. Therefore, the person I will therefore have sex with down the line will be 10 times better. You get where I'm coming from? And then building a fulfilling life. Focus on your meaningful connections and experiences. The more meaningful and the more connected you can be with your partner or the woman you're trying to date, you're always going to find that there's less friction. You're not in a race to somewhere that doesn't really exist. A lot of people try, have you wifed her, you in a relationship, have you put a label on it, have you done this? But see, if you're just focused on building a fulfilling life with one another, enjoying each other's company, doing things that both of you actually enjoy and aligning, helping each other win, taking it all the way to the top, then you will have a much better quality experience through the whole process. So action steps for you guys. You got to identify where in life are you for personal growth. Do you actually have an elite level, top 1% man physique? Do you have a clear, concise mindset that allows you to show up every single day with confidence, discipline, and the get shit done mindset? Do you have a routine, a purpose, and a mission that allows you to align authentically with who you truly now need to be to provide enough value to the world and to other people? If the answer is no, no, and no, we've got work to do. You've got to set yourself actionable goals, right? You've got to set yourself actionable goals. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, brother. Looks, performance, physique, mindset, lifestyle. Is the quality of these certain areas up to scratch with who I now need to be to therefore get what I want? If the answer is no, we've got work to do. You've got to go and really have a raw, honest conversation with yourself. Because you do not deserve to have anything in this life until you've done the work, the inner work, the outer work, developed yourself into a man that you truly admire. Otherwise, you are literally just breaking trust, breaking confidence, breaking heart, doing the worst thing you possibly could for yourself. And then seek mentorship or coaching for guidance. If all of these areas for you are areas of lack, you need to put the jets on it. You need to put the blasters on it and just take it all the way to the top as quickly as possible and turn the ship around. Because the absolute disgusting standard in which guys operate with these days blows my mind, and how they get away with it. It makes me sick. And there's so many amazing women out there, yet they're faced with a category of men that are subpar in every domain. And it's like, bro, would you even date you? Probably not. So why do you think she would? You know, so if you need the physique unlocked, you need the mindset and the lifestyle unlocked, you need your confidence unlocked and your beliefs shifted, then you need to take action and find someone who has what you want, the physique, the lifestyle, the relationship, the mindset. Invest into them so they can invest into you, so you can win. Because see, when you become the man, attracting high value women becomes a natural outcome. Take any of these lads, for example, all of these guys on the left. Think about it, like, do I even need to explain what I'm about to explain? But all these guys on the left, do you think the guy on the left would do better with women or worse? It's obviously going to be the latter. It's going to be worse. But when you drop into 8, 9, 10% body fat, ripped abs, confident, get the beard trimmed, looking fresh, getting a good haircut, showing up as the best version of yourself, I guess you grow yourself independently first. You develop the very best version of you, physique, mindset, lifestyle. Become someone that you would admire in terms of how you look in the mirror. Are you proud of you? Are you speaking to yourself kindly? Are you enough value intrinsically that you can externally pass that value forward to others who need you now in your life? Do you have a mission, a purpose, and are you being your deepest authentic self? Because the guys on the right hand side, yes, they are all being their deepest, most authentic self because they have truly built themselves from the ground up and became admirable leaders. They became men of their word, and that in itself is the most valuable thing in this world. So guys, I've set up a 4-step training on how you can optimize your physique, your mind, your lifestyle, your testosterone, and improve your energy by 10x. There's going to be a link in the description below. Make sure you hit that, and I'll see you on the inside. Guys, have an amazing day. Much love, and I'll see you very, very soon.